Welcome back, Sinister here with another Gods of COD training video. Today we're going to be looking at one of the top scores in domination, Man in Black. Here's a list of some things I'd like you to watch for, but in particular I'd like you to pay attention to some of the routes that he chooses. Initial route here in WMD is a really successful route for him. Okay, so using a shotgun in this map is really unusual. In fact, it's such a rangy map, but I was amazed at his ability to control the engagements on this map and keep all of the gunfights at short range. His additional use of a silencer and hip fire allow him to outgun most of his opponent. And pay attention to here how he engages this elevated opponent. He actually gets closer to him to reload and then backs up for the gunfight instead of intuitively backing up and trying to get away or getting to cover. Now, Man in Black's opening route was so beastly, I wanted to see it from the opposite point of view, is a victim's point of view. While initial grenade and the silencer do assist him in his kills, you'll notice here this fatal funnel and how lined up the enemy is for him. They align right in a row and allowing him to blast them all. But let's get back to the start of the show. I want you back to his initial route here and how beastly it is. Pay attention once again, elevated opponent. Getting closer, reloading, backing away, engaging. Use of cover within the long building. Slow progression, attacking an opponent, and then recognizing his radar showing him that everybody is behind him at this point. And a couple of things I'd like to point out at this point here. I'd like you to pay attention to how he deals with an elevated opponent here at the air conditioning unit. Once he engages the enemy from behind here, he uses C4 instead of climbing up there and exposing himself to gunfire. One other thing, you'll notice that the red is the covered areas and this green is where he's exposed. Now, he immediately goes into this open area, but hip fires and pre-fires clearing that fatal funnel. Knows his enemy's upstairs, hip fires, even hip fires again as this opponent approaches him, instead of taking the time to aim down sight. Now here's a little interlude for some helicopter play as he has earned his Huey along the way.
Huey on the way. Moving sequence. Running right lane inbound. Securing Alpha. All areas secure. Hold your position. We lost Charlie. Heads up. Enemy RCXD.
Now in this last sequence, there's some very important things I'd like you to pay attention to. As he approaches this control building, he's quite exposed here to, you'll see the red window. Watch his movement away from that window as quick as possible to reduce his exposure. His movement through the window onto the propane, behind the Jersey barrier, behind propane, and into long tunnel. Now this route is very interesting. It's one I'd not considered. But let's look at it from an opponent's point of view. His jump reduces over that green triangle, reduces his exposure to enemy fire. Now let's go here to another popular hiding place for an enemy, and his view of a jumping opponent from those propane tanks. You'll see here, his jump over reduces his amount of time on the ground, and if he were on the ground running around that corner, he would have been exposed for a much longer time. You'll see here he actually pops out and kills the enemy there on the B flag. Hey, short video today. Hope you enjoyed this Gods of COD featuring Man in Black. Hey, until the next video, hope to catch you on Xbox Live.